My name is Zara, your tattooed girlfriend, and today I'm here with my friend,
Hanging with Misty.
and today we're going to be teaching you 3 essential skills you need to know for first aid if you're out spending any time in nature. So when you're out adventuring in nature, things don't always go as planned. It's super easy to fall, slip, or end up with some weather concerns that could cause injury.
And that is why today we are going to teach you 3 key things. The first one is how to treat a sprained ankle. The second one is how to prevent/treat hypothermia as well as shock. And the third one is how to make an arm sling out of a jacket. Before we go into teaching these skills, I just want to do a little background information on myself. So I'm actually a fully registered nurse. I graduated in 2018 and I've worked at several summer camps before, so I am no stranger to outdoor survivals. And today I'm going to be showing my knowledge and expertise to Zara, and she is going to be my perfect practice dummy. All right, so the first thing we are going to teach is how to treat a sprained ankle. Now, please excuse our really bad acting. Oh no!
I think I sprained my ankle.
I think you're injured, Zara. Let's take a closer look. All right, so as seen here, Zara has unfortunately suffered a fall and it appears her ankle may be sprained. So we're going to use the RICE method, which stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation to treat her sprained ankle. So first off, we are going to need to remove her shoe. Going to nicely let's try to get this off. We're going to be really gentle. Here we go. So we're going to elevate her ankle right now. Now, I was lucky enough that I have some cold water bottles. So these will be really good for putting the ice on, because sometimes in nature, you're not just gonna have a bucket of ice. That would be really ideal. Sometimes the best you're gonna have is cold water. So that is what we are going to use today. Then for the compression, I am actually going to use my jacket, which is a stretchy type material. This is what's going to wrap around her ankle to give her some support, as well as compression. So I have applied compression to Zara's ankle using the best supplies that I have available. Now I'm going to get you just to hold this right there. So let's go over the RICE method one more time to show what we have done here. So for the R, which is rest, Zara is resting. She is not putting any more strain on her body. Good job. Thank you. For the I, the best we had for ice was cold water. So we have the cold water applied. This is going to help reduce the swelling. The next one for C, we have compression. I have tightly tied my sweater around her ankle. Compression also helps reduce the swelling as well. And the very last one we have is E for elevation. We have Zara's ankle up here on this rock to keep it elevated. The reason why we want to keep it elevated is so the blood can keep flowing back to the heart to bring all the necessary nutrients and blood flow back to the site to help reduce the swelling and fix her ankle. All right, so the second one we are going to teach today is preventing shock and hypothermia. So once again, please excuse our very interesting acting.
Oh my goodness, I feel really cold.
Oh no, you're getting very pale. The best thing we can do right now is to try to find temporary shelter or away from the wind. I see a spot over there underneath those trees. We're gonna head there right now, and we're gonna further evaluate.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm so cold.
All right, so I have brought Zara to the closest and best shelter we can away from the harsh elements. Now, another important thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure she lays flat. So we're just gonna get you to lay down. I'm gonna let you use my backpack to kind of cushion your head.
Thank you.
Now, in order to help promote the blood flow to return to the head, we are gonna actually elevate her extremities. So her legs, we're gonna elevate them. This helps the blood flow return to her heart as well as her brain and keep her body alive. So during shock, the body doesn't receive enough blood flow. So it's very important to make sure that you get somebody to lie down because you do not want them to faint, as well as to elevate their lower extremities. So hypothermia can happen when the body gets too cold. So I'm gonna give Zara my extra jacket. I'm going to put it across her chest like this because the most important organs to keep warm is her heart, because that is where all the blood is flowing from. So now that we have taught what to do when you suspect someone is experiencing hypothermia or shock, we're now gonna go on to lesson number 3. All right, the third and last lesson we're gonna teach you guys today is how to make a sling for your arm out of a jacket. Now, please, please, please excuse our bad acting once more. Oh my gosh!
I think I broke my arm.
Oh my gosh. It's time for the sling.
Oh no.
All right, so
What do we do?
I am gonna take my jacket off. Now, if you're able to, I'm gonna get you just to stand up because it'll be a little bit easier.
Okay.
So with the affected arm, we want you to hold to your shoulder. For support right now, I want you to hold right here, just for support. You're gonna take your sweater and right along where the centerpiece would be, you're going to take it right here, underneath the shoulder blade on this side. Then you're going to tie it really tight, but obviously not too tight. Now, the most important thing is you want to make sure you pull down and not up because it could possibly hurt the affected arm. How does that feel?
That feels really secure.
Yep. So we have got the sling in place with my jacket. How does it feel, Zara?
It feels great. It feels really secure and comfortable.
So let's review the sling. So when Zara first fell and broke her arm, I took my jacket off. I folded it to make sure there's support underneath. I put the part kind of where the collar is under here. I took one of the arms and I put it underneath the collarbone, and the other I put above her shoulder. I went in the back to tighten it, just like this. It is secure. And here we go, how to make your very own DIY sling in natures with your very clumsy friend.
I do fall a lot. It's a pretty good idea to learn these lessons.
All right, so let's review the 3 different things we learned this video. So when we started the video, number 1 we learned was how to treat a sprained ankle. Remember, using the rice method. Next up, we went over what to do if you think someone is in shock or has hypothermia, which is to take them to the nearest shelter or a makeshift shelter. For us, it was underneath the trees, was already quite warmer. Then we taught how to lay the person down and to keep their legs elevated to help return that blood flow to the brain. And the third and last thing we taught was what to do if you accidentally break your arm, such as Zara, during a hike or while in nature, and that was how to make a sling out of a jacket.
Wow, I'm so glad that we went over all of this. I actually learned so much, and I hope that everyone watching did too. I do spend a lot of time out in nature, in the outdoors, and I think this is essential for anyone that goes on lots of adventures, traveling, exploring, and hiking. So thank you for teaching us everything, and thank you all for watching. Again, I'm Zara, your tattooed girlfriend, and this is my friend.
Hanging with Misty, and we will see you next week.
Thank you for watching. Bye.